Hello and welcome to my home. My name is Lisa and this is Mysterious Mystical Moments. I'm just going to get on here real quick and show everybody my new hat that I got. Cool, ain't it cool? Ain't it cool? And today is Sunday and I'm going to tell you a few Halloween movies that you can watch with the family and by yourself. Or your spouse or whatever, scary movies. The first Halloween movie that I'm going to tell you about for the kids and yourself is Monster Squad. And this has all the classic monsters like Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, the Mummy. It's really cute, and it's more like a preteen type movie. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. Ba-dum-bum. Anyway, this is just kind of a great movie that I watch, and I still watch today. And some of the TV shows that I watch are the classic cartoons like Bobby's World and Life with Louie, and Fat Albert has a Halloween special. Things like that I always have to watch. Bugs Bunny, The Witch, of course, that always says, a cup of tea, a cookie, and you. That's my saying. That's my gal. Anyway. I always have to watch that. Let's see, what other ones? Yes, there's Charlie Brown, of course. Charlie Brown is classic, although it's kind of really mean. As you get up and grow up as an adult, I still have to watch it because it's a tradition every year. But when you look at it, it's like, man, these people were vicious. Why would they give a child a rock? Why would, of course, I love rocks. I love looking at rocks and stuff, but why would they give a little kid a rock and everybody else candy? You know, it's like, duh. And my dad would always tell my son, yeah, all I got was a rock. Grandpa got a rock, and my son, of course, would always give him some candy. But, or my dad would say, ooh, this is an acky one, and he'd take it. I've been throwing Halloween parties since my son was 6 months old, and he's 39 now, so that's been a long time. And I haven't thrown one in the last couple years because I'm by myself. But I love to decorate my yard and decorate the house for Halloween still. This is my favorite time of the year, and I'll still do it. But it just always brings back a lot of nostalgic. And this time of the year, Halloween especially, more than Christmas, brings back a lot of memories of fun times and happiness and stuff like that. And for me, it is the funnest time of the year. And I do start watching my Halloween shows whenever I want to watch them. I always watch them, but I usually start them in August because I have a ton of them, and I watch them clear up till Halloween. Like this last week is going to be, I think I've watched over 40 Halloween shows already, maybe close to 50. But this week is going to be the classics like Charlie Brown, Garfield's Halloween. I watch the Ichabod, Sleepy Hollow, and then I usually watch Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, my future hubba bubba, and I watched Ed Wood with Johnny Depp, and let's see, I'll watch, of course, Halloween 2 is my two favorites, and those are the two I usually just watch. And then Night of the Demons, and then Night of the Demons 2 with Angela, of course, and Trick or Treat was some classic Halloween movies that I watch. And I say and a lot when I'm kind of going off role play. You know, not role play, but nothing scripted. Freelancing it, or whatever they call it. But hey, this is me. I am on a Sunday afternoon sitting in my house, and I thought, well, I have to do Most Shoutery Mondays, which is going to be a big surprise tomorrow. And she loves dressing up. I know a lot of people say, oh, cats don't like dressing up. She's a diva. She likes to go for rides. She likes to dress up and show her face. And usually she's right there in front of the camera, just like posing for the camera. And if you haven't seen any of her videos, she usually is on Mondays, because Most Shoutery Mondays are her days. And she's my familiar. This is just a little bit about me. A lot of people have asked me how I connect with my loved ones and my ancestors, because it's big right now, because the veil is thinning very, very much, because it's getting close to Samhain and Halloween and De La Muerte. Now, I talked a little bit about this yesterday on my tarot readings, but it is very important around this time of year, because the veil is getting thinner between worlds. And when I say between worlds, I mean the other side. And you can connect to them a lot easier now. But I think the big thing for me was the fact that I had to separate my emotion of the loss of them to being able to talk to them. Now see, every time I dreamt about them, I would always start crying, and then they'd disappear. And that was, my emotions were blocking what they really wanted to say, I guess, to connect or get through to me. Now, there was one a long time ago that my mom came to me right after she passed, and she was telling me about a relative of mine who was going on a trip, and told me to immediately, as soon as I got up, to go down and tell him not to go. And it shook me to the core. I mean, I woke up crying. I said I had to go. I told my husband I had to go. My knees were buckling underneath me. It felt like somebody had ripped the world out from underneath me. I mean, I was just shaking like an earthquake. You know, luckily they lived right down the street, so I drove down the street, and as soon as I walked in the door, they were heading out the door to go to this place, and I told them not to go. Please don't go. Mom, Grandma, all, you know, they told me not to tell you not to go. They told me exactly what route you were going to take. They told me not to go, not to let you go, not to let you go. And they decided not to go. I don't know what would have happened, but they decided not to go and heed my warning. Even talking about it makes me kind of shaking all over, because you feel it when they visit you. I mean, you can feel the emotions, and especially if it's a warning. If it's a warning, you definitely will feel it when you wake up. Dreams hold a lot, and a lot of people, yes, it could be what you were thinking about before you went to bed. It could be what you've seen that day. It could have been anything that whole entire week. It's repressed, you know, you have repressed dreams where you want to get all the anger out and everything out in your dream. That's to let your emotions, you know, go. Like if you were mad at somebody when they died and you just want to get it all out. And I've been fascinated by dreams for a long time, since Sylvia Browne, you know, Sylvia Browne was alive. She's the one who first got me into a lot of all of it. I love her. I have several books of her. She was a very talented lady, despite of all the things that people had said about her. So that's just a little bit of things that if you want to talk to your deceased relatives, or anyone really, focus in on it. You know, ancestors are big. You know, you've got to remember what they told you and use their wisdom, because even though at the time we thought, please, some of it has got to be, you know, real. I mean, it really works. A friend of mine who got into some poison oak, that's what I was telling her, the remedy that I had made my son take just a couple days prior to that, and before that, and she was like, wow, you know, thank you, it really worked. And I said, it works better than, all it was baking soda and water, made a little paste, put it on there, and it worked. But that's old, as they say, old wives' tale, or old remedy that worked for her and worked for him. So that's how we learn. That's how, yes, Google is great. You can look up anything on Google. In fact, you can look up how to change a tire, to fix your plumbing, to anything, you know, how to bake a cake on Google. Yes, Google's great, but our ancestors were the ones who, before technology came into it, was fantastic. You know, they had the ancient remedies of witches. Well, they were called witches because they could fix things. They were the doctors of life, you know, that fixed everything that we had. So, yep, wisdom. Wisdom is the biggest thing, and we learn each day. We learn through each other. We learn through the computer. We learn through TV. We learn through life and how to be kind, and that's a big thing. So this Sunday, as you're sitting there and you need to figure out, what should I do? Should I make some monster cupcakes? And if you make cupcakes, that's what Wanda's going to be doing this, or Wonder's going to be doing this week, is she is going to be making cupcakes in the kitchen with me, and we are going to make some monster cupcakes. Now, fun, happy little cupcakes, or a fun and happy cake, depending on how I really want to do it, because I have a little tiny stove and a little tiny kitchen, so we'll see. But that is what Wonder's going to be doing Tuesday. Our Weird But True Wednesday is about actually about werewolves, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get to Thursday. I'm not sure, but I probably will. And then we have Fear Friday, the Friday before Halloween, and Saturday, of course, is going to be tarot or oracle. I haven't decided yet. I've got a cool tarot deck, and I've got a cool, of course, it's going to be full moon, so I am going to do probably my Moon Witch deck that I just got in the mail, and Queen of the Moon Witch Oracle. And Sunday we're back to Sunday, so have a blessed Sunday, many blessings, share some kindness, and shine that inner light for those in the dark, because we absolutely need that.